Reddit overload presents. What is that one fact you know that always makes people respond, and why the fuck do you know that? Remember to leave a like and subscribe. This will get buried, but don't ever bury a dead body in an area without any vegetation. The high nitrogen content in our bodies helps plant to grow, and there will be a weird grassy patch at the top of burial site and anyone would be able to spot it. If you're allergic to chocolate, you're usually allergic to cockroaches. Most victims in survivable plane crashes died of jet fuel burning and choking them. Smoke hoods could save hundreds of lives if installed on airplanes, likely many more than flotation devices, since stitching is incredibly rare. Bonus: backwards facing seats would make a plane crash much easier to survive thanks to the G-forces pressing you against the seat instead. At a single time, the sloth's body mass can be comprised of 1/3 feces. It takes several hours for the sloth to excrete its bowels completely. Back in the day, poor families would collect their urine so they could sell it to tanners. Hence, piss poor. If you were poorer than that, well, you didn't even have a pot to piss in. A bear fought in the Polish army in WWII. The cub was discovered by Polish prisoners in the mountains of Iran. They taught him how to puff and swallow cigarettes. Even taught him learned how to turn on communal showers, pick up recruits, and carried empty ammunition crates on the front lines. Spinal fluid tastes like a mixture of bananas and a 9-volt battery, and I don't want to talk about it. If you feed a human body to pigs, they will eat just about all of it except the teeth. Several murderers in rural areas have used this fact to their advantage. That you can disembowel yourself if you lift weights that are too heavy. Happened to my high school gym teacher. Said he's never felt anything quite like shitting out your intestines. Opossums eat ticks like we eat potato chips. They'll hoover up 5,000 ticks a week and never get Lyme disease themselves. The stringy things inside bananas are called phloem bundles. They allow the nutrients of the banana to travel the length of the fruit. They are kinda like the vascular system of the plant. Alcoholics decompose faster when they die. Source was a crime scene cleaner. The fox has many different vocalizations, including a mating call that sounds like the Hollywood representation of a woman being murdered in the middle of the night. In ancient Babylon, people would build their most valuable possessions, fine wine, among others, into the walls of their basement, which in the region was usually a naturally occurring cave, so when the taxman came he couldn't see it to count it. A human tooth has 36 calories. Ancient Egyptians used to shave off their eyebrows to mourn the death of their cats. Gorillas have the smallest dick-to-body ratio, further proof I share a common ancestor with them. Bee testicles explode when they finish, and they die, finish living with a bang. Bears eat a ton of grass and twigs and stuff before they hibernate to constipate themselves and pretty much prevent waking up midwinter to shit. However, when they finally do wake up in the spring, their first shit is a mean one. Pythagoras from the Pythagorean theorem ran a cult, and another group came to come and murder him by locking him inside his house and setting it on fire. But instead he had his followers make a human ladder to escape the fire, but then abandoned them, and they all died. He was murdered later that night being chased by the group in a bean field. A Russian woman had a shit ton of triplets, twins, and quadruplets, with the same man totaling up to 69 children. Lemons are a cross between a citron and a bitter orange. Either they were a rare naturally occurring hybrid or they were man-made, in which case, life does not give you lemons. If you want to burn down a building, put potato chips in a toaster with a trail leading from the toaster to other highly flammable things. The potato chips leave no residue and the toaster will pop back up after the chips catch fire, so there's no way to find the start of the fire. Rat poison is actually an anticoagulant mixed with stuff like fiberglass. Because rats are always scraping and squeezing into stuff, they build up these minor injuries. The anticoagulant stops their blood from clotting properly, and they internally hemorrhage to death. Since a human being is a lot bigger than a rat poison is much less effective on us. Owls have tube-shaped eyes, rather than spherical ones. This makes it difficult to move the eyes in their sockets, but is counteracted by the ability to rotate their heads 270 degrees in either direction. The male fossa has a thorny penis which not only hurts females during mating, but makes it nearly impossible to escape, while doing so even if it's forced. Bones can be some of the most effective and terrifying shrapnel, second only to liquid copper. Bones splinter when you put them in bombs, and can do horrific amounts of damage to soft tissues. Liquid copper, on the other hand, which is not that difficult to get in an explosion, can get through almost any armor like it's nothing. Learned that from a friend who did a tour in Iraq as an infantryman. Thanks for watching, and remember to leave a like and subscribe. Have a good day.